The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Yeah, but that still wouldn't explain, like, how the gangsters were killed in the vehicle with their throats slit with all the windows up.
Sounds like Harbinger stuck around at the Blue Gang Group leader site for more than just his first kill. Maybe there's something there.
He does that sometimes. Most of the time, it's to throw me off the trail of something else.
Maybe the...
Although I can't exactly ignore that sight. Such a pain of being in one place at once.
But at the moment, that's the only thing we can really test for it. Skinwalker might be able to at least check if there's something wrong or something insidious on the spiritual planes there around these sites.
Do you want to try that again?
As long as somebody's with me, I'll take a look, but I ain't doing that alone again.
Does they go into your, like...
No,
he just wants
someone to stop your robot from killing me.
Spectre, go with him.
I'm on it.
Where should we go first?
Team spiritualism.
Go to the alley first.
Where Harbinger was.
Yes. Most likely the fire department was an unrelated event that just happened to happen in the same night, in which we are also dealing with other drugs. Whereas Red Rage will be related to Blue Velvet, but Blue Velvet and Red Rage aren't necessarily related to the other drug problems and the Harbinger problem.
And then the other
which seem to be grouped into one. Charles.
The SWAT team have just arrested a lone individual who was rampaging through a jewellery store, so I thought you'd like to know, since you wanted to know about anything that was drug-related, so I'm bringing all of the drug-related problems to your attention.
Do they believe it was Red Rage or just PCP?
It appears he was in possession of a half cassette tape worth of white noise.
Another one?
Yes. What's especially interesting is that the SWAT team had to physically subdue him with bolas. The baton rounds and gas was ineffective. He appeared to be quite impervious to pain.
No, at least the name explains what it does. Just, yeah, keep an ear out for if any of these other new drugs come up.
Oh. Yes, sir.
Thanks, Charles.
Right. Well, we should get going.
You relaying any of this to them?
If that wasn't anything important.
We just have to put up when we're talking, having conversations, and he's just like, just a moment. And then he goes silent for like 2 minutes, and then comes back.
Sometimes he tells us what it was, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah. So you will probably have to fly a lot slower, but Bevan can certainly follow you.
Sweet. Take a roundabout, safe, hopefully, way around to that alleyway.
From what you can see flying over the city, the cops are out. Like fucking every patrol car is on the streets. There's uniformed officers on horse. Fuck's sake, the SWAT are out. In Operation Reassure the Public they're not gonna fucking die. And we'll call this Operation Bret Hart. Now you're so much better than Shawn Michaels.
This is no cannon!
Okay, so we'll dive down onto a rooftop from above on that alleyway.
Is that the best pillow there is, the best pillow there was, and the best pillow there ever will be?
No, because the backside's
I like how it's got like.
So that was touching you.
It's got like classic Bret Hart, but then like old Shawn Michaels on the other side instead of like classic Shawn.
Sorry, carry on.
Okay, so we've dived down onto that rooftop.
Okay, surprisingly, you get killed by police.
Ah,
Oh no. Well, they're all on Overwatch,
it's
dude.
not crap, so I'd believe it.
Well, you
Okay,
triggered
so
like
you're on the
15
rooftop, that's
Overwatches.
fine. They're not gonna put people up there because that would require climbing and effort. I mean, yeah. So what are you doing?
I guess we start by just peering over the side and checking the alleyway out.
Okay, so someone has like hammered spikes into the wall, and there's a bunch of like dudes like dead, and they're just like hung up by their wrists. They're just dead. There's an advertising slogan on the wall for a thing, but their bodies are hung in such a way so that the letters that appear spell out it's never over. It's a complete coincidence. This does not look like a typical Harbinger single.
But the first body does, right?
It's just a little bloodier and more cut up than normal.
More cut, so it's definitely not like the precision death that Harbinger deals out.
Sure. There's also on the other wall. There's a cop killed.
Are the police are so busy? Are they still here?
Of course they are. Yeah, look, we're done. Let's just leave the bodies strung up and leave.
Well, there's so much shit going on. Like, you might just get called away to another one, and another one. Unlimited rascal. Just do it from the roof here.
As you start your preparations, I'll start throwing out a protection against evil.
Set out a few incenses and whatnots, and spend the 15 minutes it takes to get into my trance.
Okay.
Slow my body right down and attempt to enter the spirit plane.
I mean, you probably can.
Just see if there's anything obviously wrong. I'm not very proficient at doing this, so
You should have done it at the old guy's hut.
have him guide me through it or something.
Okay. So you're in the spirit world reflection of this place. So everything's sort of like a cyan teal color. As video games from the 2008 era have led me to believe that all spirit worlds are teal.
And there's always a deer.
Doesn't matter if it's a Nazi spirit world or if it's a fantasy setting one,
It's always
they're teal. Fucking uninstall.exe said that spirit worlds are teal as well.
The feature is orange.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just sort of spirit eagle wings, fly around a wee bit, see if anything feels wrong, fly around the alley, well, where the alleyway would be in the spirit world.
Which is like right below you.
Yeah.
Right there.
Drop down in the air, see if anything is. Nothing feels real terrible.
I mean, there's dead.
Yeah. But there's definitely none of that feeling I definitely remember.
No. I don't know that. Just a feeling of dead. Violent death.
I'll return after however long it takes to get out of the...
That's pretty quick to get out. If you remember the way.
So, suddenly wake up. Nothing. There was... I could detect the death, but not that feeling. That fist.
Well, that's good, right?
I also
What are the costs?
Don't care.
Half.
I don't think this was him. Even the message doesn't look. It's still there. It just looks like a coincidence.
Well, why would the message be there if it wasn't him? Well, you talking?
Not talking in person, right?
Oh, okay.
That's why I haven't interjected.
Okay, never mind.
I would be about to blurb that through you. It's better than coming back though, so fills in.
Yeah, but there was still the first kill, in which the writing was on the wall in blood and then disappeared once I knew about it.
And why would the writing be there if it wasn't
From examining
him?
the scene, you will say that there's a lot of blood on the wall, and there was writing. It's possible that in his panic or the confusion, the cop just misreported this, or it was like Chinese whisper style, and incorrect information has evolved.
I think it might have just been the officer's haste with what he stumbled across, and all the lines of command before it gets reported, and Charles picks it up.
Okay, but then we have the problem of who is murdering and stringing up. Where is this alley? Geographically, where is it?
It joins onto Bumtown.
Okay, that problem is solved.
Don't push drugs on the bombs.
How could any of the others been Bumtown attacks? Or?
Lord, you knew where the alley was, or were they close at all?
No, they're both east and south.
No, so
And that's unrelated.
this was them, then the others are something we need to look into. And not
Yes.
just
So the one that was near Bumtown is the one that has the message, correct?
yeah, but
Again, looks like a coincidence.
Yeah. The one that's actually still there and isn't quite not the way same as your ones are, but yeah.
So I think this one, the blue velvet one with the kids, can be discounted.
No, we definitely need to look at the blue velvet.
I know, but the incident itself
Yeah,
probably wasn't.
and the
biased
red rage
murder.
one in the fire station, and the white noise one in the jewelry
Yeah,
store.
they're all one thing.
What's the white noise one?
There was another incident.
So there's still the
new
car.
Wait, there's a white gang now?
No, the drug is called white noise. The drugs have nothing necessarily to do with the gangs.
Why are there so many new drugs showing up all at the same time?
Around the time Dr. Goodman turns evil.
He probably had a lot of friends.
Anyway, I need to properly determine what blue velvet actually is before I can look into any of the other ones. But if you can, try to get me a sample of those drugs as well.
Maybe that's what we should do. We should try and find some red velvet and some white noise.
Watch out, the red rage made the officers kill each other apparently, but the white noise made the person who imbibed it impervious to physical harm. He had to be subdued with bolas because none of the other deterrents worked.
And I guess we have to do what the police are doing now. Go out on patrol. Try and catch some of these guys and get the stuff.
That's what I would recommend doing. All of you have flight abilities, so you can fly over top and investigate drug deals as they're happening. Or try to stop whoever's doing this from interfering with the drug deals. Track down any larger gang groups you find that are roaming around and follow them.
Can you also get Charles to tie into our comms in any way so that he can update us on any new...
The systems are incompatible. His tie-in is actually into the helmet system in his suit. The comms you have for Mr. X are incompatible with his base comm.
Yeah, so because we got the amount of communicators we got, one is in the suit and one is I
Yeah.
have personally.
Yeah.
There isn't another one, Charles says.
Yeah.
I can't, but I'll be at my base for the most part, so if anything important comes up, I'll let you know.
Let's put this on the fast track. So you guys go out into the city, just flying around going,
We'll work out like a...
looking for the drug people, special vision things. You use the eyes of the eagle, use magic vision, you spread about the Glingle Bell hay listens around, looking for the things you...
Nice.
I'm just looking...
Just lie on your back with your legs apart.
And see if it draws them in.
I mean, it would.
Well, boink for drugs.
Her ice cream brings all the boys to the yard. Okay, So everyone just roll and we'll see who hits any pay dirt. Not you, you're in your base.
13.
That's not going to work again. At least not tonight. Oh yeah, perception, sure.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So 31.
Oh shit. Okay, and you?
Oh, it's perception 25.
Okay. Right. So you can all see that there's drug dealing going on. People walk up to a guy on a street corner, how you do, and like tiny little bags are being exchanged. Probably not what you're looking for.
No one's busting out and Punisher in their asses or something.
No. But you got the highest roll, so you're flying by a building, and you actually see that your power is like one of those big like glassy ones. But like near the top, all the glass has been blown out, and you can see in. It's like glass all over the floor. It's a fancy apartment, like nice wood floors, glass everywhere. There's a bunch of like guys in green standing around, and there's another guy who is naked, hanging from the ceiling with rope around his wrists. And there's a man in black. Not a man in black in question. A man. A man wearing black. Like a long black coat and a hat. Like standing in front of him, like with a bowl. And so you could investigate that if you want.
Just swoop in and fuck them all up.
Fuck context, die!
Omae shindig.
I'll land on the roof. You see, it's close to the top.
It's the penthouse apartment, yes.
Cool. So I could sort of just like lean over the edge and listen in.
Sure.
On a few lines of work
You
first.
can do that if you want.
Yep.
Give me a perception check.
That's good. 18.
It's enough. You hear a familiar Legba sounding voice. And he is saying, "You've been doing lots of bad things. So Papa Doc say, not only do I have to kill you, I have to take your soul. Voodoo magic." You guys laugh.
Beep.
The guy's like, "You're fucking crazy, man. I give you money. Lots of money." "Do not need your money. I'll take your soul for Papa Doc."
I think I found something related. Whispering.
Scream!
Where are you?
Try to hold them there. Everyone converge on that point.
I fucking just like
I have because I can
flip
get the
into
GPS,
that window
so
with a sick acrobat. Oh, and it's screaming the address while I'm doing it too. Guess why not?
You're just yelling where it is.
Fly in the window.
But I had the GPS coordinates. You didn't need them.
I'll make a beeline for that area.
The Spirit Walker has arrived.
You will stop what you're doing, Ligba, or I will end you.
Okay. Because he's already done. Just tucks the heart into his coat. This guy's like got like uniform and chicken blood and that on his torso.
You're going to regret that one. Buffalo form.
That's not enough. This has worked so well for you before.
You haven't fought me before.
And nice job not to fight your rude boy.
Should I repeat that one again? I lost the first half of that.
Nice.
He says, "I a nice job's not to fight you, rude boy."
Well, that's unfortunate for you. Leap!
Ravens. Kill the lights. You look like an idiot on the floor. There's a bunch of just Bedoans with like Uzis just standing there going, so, do I shoot him?
Do they speak regular English?
Yeah. So, do you mean shoot him or
Wait.
what's going on here?
We wait for the boss to tell us.
Go on, go warm up the car.
Why don't I just fly a plane into that building?
What are you, a Muslim? Sorry, what are you, an ordinary pilot being forced to do things by Muslims?
What were you doing here? Why? What did he do?
That's not what me and I need to know. Papa Doc says he needs his soul for the crime. So I take his soul. But he's sweeping the streets. The evil is not the evil of the people. I've seen it. Don't be blind. Having done with the conversation, he'll just walk off the edge of the building.
Swoop down after him.
So you can turn
And then like
into
you're gonna fall
ravens
thing, you're
again,
like you
and
gotta grab him, but he's fine. But then like you went to grab him, so you start falling. You're like, you have to like save yourself and fly back up.
I'm just gonna look like an idiot again.
So the rest of the power squad team unit arrive.
As they've arrived and he's walked down the side of the building.
He's just gone.
But do I see a car taking off?
Yeah. It's a rather nice car. I believe it's a Plymouth Fury.
Oh, so it's gonna kill all
Yeah,
of them.
57, 58. No, it's not a 56.
Ah,
So it's like a third of the cars in the city.
it was the Bedoan. I'm going to follow them. I think that's them. Leaps out of the building, then turns into Eagle Man.
You know, I can remotely T-bone vehicles.
I want to see where they're going.
I don't know what's going on. Follow.
It might be a possible lead on anything about them, but you'll probably see me coming.
So, you will arrive. So this is like a ritual sacrifice designed for appeasement based on the markings on the floor.
I'll just walk out the ritual around it and try to work out.
This was designed to take a soul in an appeasement or atonement to repay horrible sin.
I think it'd be done for him now, but at least cover up.
I suppose you gets left with the body duty, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't have time for bodies.
I only make them.
Thanks, man.
City's premier dark gardener. I grow face plants.
There's one there.
One down.
I mean, so I'm going to fly after that car from high up.
You follow it back to like a gang house where there's a bunch of people hanging out.
And I recognize it's the same guys from the building. Get out of the car.
Including Papa Shango.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be in the car. I remember that address. I'll come back.
You know, I have this bomb.
No, you don't.
It's all on Xander's computer now. I followed them to a house, but Legbar wasn't with them.
What was it, the house?
It just seemed like a party. There's a gang house of some kind. Maybe we could
Check if they're using any of the new drugs.
They're smoking something, but it isn't. There's none of the little injector stuff going on.
If they're all applied by the same method, then no, they're smoking something.
Okay.
like thick rolls of stuff.
Skinwalker, I need you to be in your civvies. Walk around the streets and try to buy this truck.
I was gonna go and do that after I'm finished with this.
It's a good idea. I thought Skinwalker would have the best chance because people often assume Native Americans are criminals because they are racist.
I just thought
Yeah,
that,
Native Americans are very racist.
well, I thought they'd sell to someone that was, you know, college age just as well.
That too. I have 30.
Okay, so the Blue Velvet is based on crystal meth. Based on. It has been radically supercharged. It's designer. This is like DC 70 to make. Expert chemistry needed. They have to have a significant setup. There's the complex molecule chains. This is like future shit.
Yeah. Like, this would be a pain for me to make.
I'm not sure you could
Yeah.
make it. Not even
Wait,
with
it's
your
DC
lab. Well, given
70.
time, you probably
Yeah.
could replicate it, but it may not be as good. It's cut with like a bunch of things, mood altering, brain chemistry altering. It even looks like it's got like that little molecule chain that's designed to latch onto the mutant gene, so that it wouldn't have unintended effects for that. Someone with a lot of resources has put a lot of time and probably like a whole team of dudes onto making this.
And could I make a neurology roll to determine what it does to the brain?
I like it. Do it.
So that is 33.
Calming, stress relieving. It probably might be a little too good at it. You can also tell from your chemistry and that this batch has been contaminated with something that is causing it to cause metabolic slowdown as well.
Okay.
So probably those kids would have died from their hearts just stopping.
Just going too slow, okay.
So this is like a calming high. No problems, everything's fine. This would be a stone groove. It looks like if it wasn't contaminated, it would be really safe. So
Like, this drug should be very safe.
it should be, but also addictive. Like crystal meth addictive. Sorry, you guys were doing stuff with your rolls to find the things.
No, we already know where the pushes are.
Oh yeah.
So we're just going to
So
hit those points.
none of them are carrying this designer shit. In fact, they get pissed when you ask, and gun battles break out, which you run away from.
You're in civvies.
I've got a 30 just with my overtop observation because I'm still doing it.
Okay,
that way.
where are you? What's your district?
We'll say I'm heading. I'll go over Charleston.
That's up north now. That's in the middle now. You realise.
Yeah. Unless these guys are in that vicinity, in which case I won't.
It's not a common drug area.
You
Are
remember?
they,
No, because I will say, so like,
Are you sure you didn't mean Chesterfield? By any chance?
Sure.
Okay, so you witness a Humvee. It's black. It's got tinted windows. Nice big thick tires. It's got one of those police grade radio antenna things sticking up of it. And there's a bunch of guys in dark suits, aviator glasses, carrying like suitcases. Like, click, it's a gun suitcases. And there's another guy in the middle in white. And it's like a sports coat, slacks, like a pink shirt. And he is like dealing little square cassette-sized packages to some excited-looking kids for like some monies. And he's tucking it away in there. And with your 30, I mean, you jump down a bit. You see the cases like got a bunch of blue. And sorry, it's purple.
Purple,
color.
okay.
It looks purple to you with the lighting and everything. So.
Okay.
And so you think this is a designer drug that they sell.
Okay. I'm going to call it in give my location, and ask who's ever closest to maybe this is where the guy's selling.
Try to buy some.
I'm not in my 70s.
Okay.
I could probably get there pretty quickly if you aren't already really close.
No, you're definitely faster.
So,
Okay, so you arrive. You're flying overhead with her. You look down, you see the same thing. Talk about there's 4 guys. One of them in white, the rest are in dark, like fucking immaculate suits.
I'll keep an eye out from up here, you goddamn.
loop around behind a building into an alleyway.
Use your
Use
the college student disguise you used when we were at Martin Academy.
What money have you got on you?
You still got the Thomas Drake money?
Yeah,
because I was gonna say
Just
I've got my
me.
Thomas Drake money. You don't have yours, so.
Is that just what you're calling it?
Yeah.
Drakes. I should just call them
And
Drake.
I'll see if I can remember.
1,500 Drake fun bills.
I mean, your face is on half of them.
I'll see if I can
It's actually
remember
my
that
butt.
kid well enough to make it use it again without it looking non-human.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm just gonna roll. Why not? It'll be, I guess, 18.
Nice.
I mean,
It's not going to be 100% accurate.
but as long as those guys don't personally know him, it should be fine.
You see, you walk up to the group.
What sort of
The
arms
guys
and
are-
hoodies
the
sheepishly
guys,
hanging at
the
the
guys
back?
are like looking at you very hawkishly. Going the way, so it's like exchanging a joke with them.
I kind of like sidle on up behind the group that's already buying and wait like some kind of shy emo teenager. I was looking down.
Hey, well, what can I do for you, kid?
Hey, you sell that new stuff?
So, you interested in some Purple Rain?
If that's the stuff.
The latest hotness.
This is premium stuff. You sure you can handle it?
Oh, I'm sure I can. Shows cash.
Click.
Limited time introductory offer. You get 6 shots for 120. Limited time introductory.
Click.
Ah, good call.
Nice.
Sort of
Your flash was off.
sheepishly hand it over and take the.
That does the one-handed
Yeah.
trader.
How can I find you if I need more?
Same place, different times.
I should ask them if they have anything else.
I mean, now that's gonna be smooth, but you're gonna feel a little hyper. It's perfect for study. Now just remember, I have you. Just remember that. And if you like it, maybe share it around your friends. Same place.
That's how I found
So
it.
now you're closer. You can see that the Humvee actually has like
The other ones, the other colours.
this. It's black, but it's like raised out. Someone's fucking like embossed on the side. It's got like I have you. Just written on the side.
Yeah. A friend showed me he had a red one. Is that different?
I don't deal red rage. You get that down south.
Thanks. I'll sort of wander away.
Does the Humvee have plates?
Yes.
Click.
And then loop back up into the sky.
The plates are custom. They read "See you, pig." There are also California plates. So fake and not legal in this state anymore.
I managed to buy some Purple Rain. It seems like different sellers vend the other stuff in different places.
So each one only sells his own type of drug.
I was told to look for Red Rage down south.
Down south.
Like, why did he? Interesting. He's totally supporting. He didn't blink an eye at the notion of you wanting another product.
That assumes that they're not actually working together. They just sell different things individually.
They also he implied that I should spread it around my friends, and I think that's how they're all getting around. Maybe it's just
Might be the time to pass on that it's super addictive. If it's anything like Blue Velvet.
If those drugs are anything like Blue Velvet, they're incredibly addictive.
oh, man.
Like, you take it once.
So looking at this tape, it looks like the most fucking budget student thing. It's a cassette tape cover. Like, it's obviously custom made with the little things to hold them. So you open it up and it's like the third thing in it that like opens it up and makes them available. So you can even just like take it out if you want, and it's ready to go. But it's just got like a piece of fucking scotch tape on it with a Sharpie written on it. It's got Purple Rain. Like some assholes just
Like just a mixtape kind of.
Yeah, but it's not. It's like a professionally made custom thing, but it just looks so budget and shit.
Which means it's very intentionally made to come across as being something done by students, for students.
Was the blue one similar?
Yeah, they all share the same really crappy looking.
But the same internal design mechanism, yeah.
Do we make a move on this guy, or do we follow him?
Follow him. If you make a move,
I'm almost done here.
What are you doing?
I'm getting a picture of each guy. The suitcases look really weird, so I'll grab a picture of that for you.
Could this be wish related?
Someone wished for better drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. We have these drugs that have never shown up before. All different colours, do different things possibly. All use the same dispensing method from what we can tell. This crappy tape case, but with this very specific... For it to all show up overnight out of nowhere, no fanfare. Yet people know about it, like kids know to come and look for it and ask about it.
What if Xander's power is bleeding into the real world?
What?
See, that sounds like a video game. You go to different parts of the city to get different colors of the same looking drug that do the exact same thing. I'm not saying it's necessarily Xander, but
somebody
someone
who's
with a similar
similar
power,
Yeah.
who's more reality affecting instead of central reality affecting.
Do you know anyone who fits the bill?
I'm currently trying to think.
Well, their car has California plates, so they might be from out of town, or at least the vehicle might be.
They could just be fake plates.
Let's not forget it was mutants who were being targeted in some of these attacks.
After a short while,
If that wasn't a
they pack up
coincidence.
into the Humvee, and the Humvee pulls away, and the skin of the Humvee goes in little hexes, becomes kind of invisible, and you lose track of it, no matter what you roll.
The car disappeared.
Okay, explain.
Little hex plates on it just kind of like rippled or turned or something, and the car just disappeared.
Sounds like LCD optical camo.
There's a bending light in order to...
Yeah, so they have optical camo and drugs. That would even take me a long time to come up with.
Is this like the Kamanazi blimp thing?
Yes, same technology.
It's a similar technology. It's the same technology. It's not them, though.
Although, for it
It's
to be in something as small as a car, it would have to be either very short term or much higher tech.
And they
Because
probably
of
have
power
one hell of a,
requirements.
yeah, I was gonna say one hell of a power source in that car.
Well, he did say he would be in the same spot if I needed more.
At least we have a
So-
lead on the Red Rage.
If I...
Could I make like goggles essentially that could see through opticamo?
Or if, like,
Because if
we
they're
had to-
going to be in the same spot, we can set up where like they do the thing and then follow with.
The
Or we
way
could
it
use a
works, it
tracing
isn't
device or
actually
something.
like a thing that can be seen through, but like a thermal camera might work, a different vision mode
Yeah.
might work.
Because they probably can't mask the heat from the exhaust.
Well,
It's gotta have a tailpipe.
We could also just wait for them to come back to the same spot and put
Not the
tracker on the
skinwalker
car
could
as well.
say those words.
No, there's no way.
I wonder how they
would
stop
track
people
it.
crashing into them who don't.
You don't know that,
Yeah, because it's fine for a
Presumably
blimp
the
in
person
sky.
driving is like a good driver though, right? Like If you're
they must.
Yeah, but you pull up to like an intersection
stuck
or
at an
something.
intersection.
no, but they don't drive.
I mean,
They don't-
assuming it's not like literal future tech, something that sophisticated in such a small vehicle has to be short duration,
Yeah.
right? So it wouldn't be like permanently invisible. It would have to be just to get away from an area in case you're being surveilled.
What would I estimate the duration to be?
Based on
On, like,
current
the-
technology,
Well, yeah.
give me a tech roll.
Yeah, based on like the level of like.
Also, how do we know with that tech that their vehicle doesn't just do that on the ground to look like a vehicle? They turn invisible and then the wheels fold up and it flies or something.
25.
Minute max.
So it has to be
Maybe 2 minutes if they're the military.
That vehicle will only be invisible for 1 to 2 minutes. So if you spread out and
So they take to the skies and
take to the
spread.
skies and do circles, look specifically for that vehicle.
Okay, we can
Long
cover.
story short, you don't find it.
There's a lot of chaos in the city
Yeah.
at the moment.
And yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Anyway, I need you to bring me the purple rain.
They do that. You're all back at the base, I assume.
Well, unless one of us wants to deliver the purple rain and the other try and get some red rage. I don't know though.
Like find out where the rest are. Like try to find out where they all sell.
Yeah, we could do the same trick with the red rage guys. It's like, oh, where's white noise?
Yeah.
And they might be like, oh, that's to the east or something, you know.
Okay, who's bringing it back?
I'm the fastest, so yourself.
The other two may roll a check, but you have to tell me what district you're checking in.
Check Prindle.
South of.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. So, Chesterfield is here. Yeah, it's right there.
No. So it's good district by district
Check
south.
Prindle specifically. I remember there was a newspaper article. I remember hearing something about Prindle specifically.
Yeah, we'll try Prindle then.
The detective also referenced a spot up north, sort of blue one.
Crandall's there, near the rail yard.
So I will go to Chesterfield because it's on my way to the break mansion, and I need to use the dark room
Okay.
there. I've got to get
Roll.
29 searching Prindle.
19 on the die.
You find a blue velvet salesman, a long black limousine. Same distribution of guys. They're more Italian dressed, double-breasted suits, cravats.
If you
Very
ask about
fancy.
red again, we can triangulate where
Yeah,
red
that's what I
is.
was going to do, yeah, because I'm like, I got blue,
So,
but...
so you wander up to the salesman, and he's like, "Yeah, I gotta tell you, blue velvet's been recalled. Bad batch. Bring it in, refund your money. No sales.
Do you know where I could find red?
Down south.
Any, what district in particular?
I can't help you find it.
I'll keep heading south, thank you.
This is a lot more like a video game.
19 on the die.
Nothing. No dice.
Okay. What is... Well, there's, I know there's Charleston's there.
There's like 8 fucking districts.
Yeah, yeah.
South of.
You're gonna have enough time to search one. Pick.
Okay, so the distance between it was where was Purple Rain?
Recent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where is Prindle?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's...
So like one of those bottom,
yeah, that's
not the
what I'm thinking.
very bottom one, but like maybe so 2 up from the very bottom.
Shepperton, Hughesburg, the 4th District, Croshaw, Charleston.
Is Croshaw?
Crowshaw's over here.
Okay.
One of these two, I guess.
Probably the
Can
one more
I
directly.
can I make a memory roll first to determine if if I know which ones are more have usually dealt in drugs in the past? Like,
Croshaw.
Where was the fire? Where was the fire station where they all died?
The fire station was an industrial fire station. It was in Shepperton.
Yeah, check
The
Shepperton
check Shepperton.
because That's where you know where the drug was.
Okay.
Most likely not.
Nat 20.
You don't find anything.
It's the wrong one.
Right.
At least
But
we
it's
know
a
for
nat
sure.
20.
God damn it,
If
Carmen
there is
Sandiego.
nothing there to see,
I know, but
Yeah.
then
is
you're
there-
really good at seeing nothing.
I was gonna say there's no other leads or anything there.
No, it's a bummer.
You can
but-
definitely tick Shepperton off.
Yeah.
I'll report in basically.
I assume, like, looking through Purple Rain, I'll find the same thing, except, like, what does this one do?
Purple Rain is a mental stimulant of excessive orders.
Okay.
It is also has all the benefits of crystal meth
Yeah.
in the way it makes you feel, but it's a mental stimulant.
Yeah.
It increases neural activity to almost dangerous levels. Cognitive reasoning, memory, retention
Let's see,
is
correct
improved.
study.
Basically, creates little bonding cells, so you would have crystal memory of it while under the influence. You think it might also, because it stimulates mirror neurons, induce paranoia.
Yeah.
This is not tainted, and it is easily beyond your ability to create on your own.
Yeah.
A team of experts.
I'm also going to report in the. I would have reported in the incident where they were recalling the Blue Velvet.
Give me another chemistry roll.
Bad batch money back, because that's unusual for a.
If you want your
What?
rep.
Very
that,
full.
yeah.
Made by the same guys.
That's definitely the same guys.
Same designer drug company.
And, like, that's... Because I assume it, like, it bonds to, like, the cells in the same way.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got the same chemical markers. It's got all the little, like they said, because it's got the fingerprints. Same guys.
Yeah.
Same team made this.
Yeah. These are definitely all made by the same team.
The methadone it would have been based on was ridiculously pure.
Yeah.
Like ridiculous.
The additive that was in the different drugs you've had to sample, was it the same? The same thing they were tainted with?
No, the Purple Rain isn't tainted.
No, the tainted drugs.
Well, we've only analysed.
I've only
two,
analysed
right?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only had one thing of Blue Velvet, and it was the tainted one.
Can you work out what was contaminating the blue sample? That might give us a
Cocaine.
clue.
They cut it, the stupid dicks.
I'll just point out, like, there was cocaine.
From that, someone make a deductive reasoning roll.
Yeah.
Probably not Black Knight. Just give someone else a chance to make some progress.
I'll go with Purple Rain if you guys want a bonus on this.
Purple rain.
Yeah, I mean, if you take Purple Rain, you will get massive bonuses on your intellectual skill checks.
That is why I am keeping it.
Just in
But it
case.
is highly addictive.
Yes. That's the problem.
I got a 16. That'd be adding. And
10, right in the middle.
Plus end.
13.
You?
No. I rolled a 3. It's not me.
So you got 18.
yeah. Is it to do with finding the cocaine amidst the other
So-
gangsters?
If someone was to take one of these designer drugs and also be under the influence of another drug, potion miscibility, it would be bad. Do not mix this drug.
Of course, it's the guy.
You can't express this.
Yeah.
It's also the guy who does peyote.
Maybe this would be very bad if you were on other drugs, like
Because cutting it with cocaine causes Blue Velvet to kill you.
it was just with cocaine. What would other drugs do with the other colors?
Maybe they were just trying to make it extra super addictive.
If they made it like
It's already made out of meth.
if it like made them chill out to the dangerous extent, would being on cocaine and red rage make you more violent?
It may even be that...
Would
red
white
rage-
noise make you more invincible?
It may even be that that person was already on something else. And that white noise, for the most part, just makes you zone everything out. Or that red rage just gets you really amped up, like you're going to a metal concert or something.
But the firemen were also
See, those
on-
firemen, if they weren't just relaxing around thinking that it was like just a drug, if they were like a metal concert, they'd have been fine. They'd have been burning out all that energy and that instead of sitting around going,
And also a group of firemen who do Red Rage together. It's probably a group of firemen who do other drugs together. So it might have been why they went X-mad.
What do I think would happen if you mixed two of these different?
Why don't you do that? Why don't you
You
mix
got
them and
purple and
analyze
blue,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
You have
But
contaminated.
But my,
Why don't
but my
you
blue's
take-
contaminated. I needed another.
Well then, you'll have to wait.
Until they release the next brand.
I
Yeah,
actually
blue.
do need another. Whether
Actually,
it's,
these drugs have been on the street for 3 days.
whether it's blue or something else, because I need to mix them to see what happens if you combine two of these.
Sadly, no one's found any.
We were only able to track down the purple supplier.
Well,
And one blue one.
we know red is south, and it's not in the 4 district. I can't exactly drive around and look.
I mean, I can keep looking. I don't know what the limitations here are.
I mean, it's coming up on morning. It takes quite a while to search an entire district for drug dealers that are not trying to be obvious.
The nature of their vehicles makes it hard to track them down.
Well, you said one of them was a limousine.
Yes.
That one might be easier
So
to
different.
locate again.
No, but that means they're using totally different vehicles each time.
But so far, 2 of them have been a little bit obvious. Maybe they all are. What else could they
That
be,
was
though?
the blue velvet.
Digger? I don't know.
A what? Why would it be in a digger?
I don't know, man. What else would it? We got a limo.
Or like a 4-wheel drive or something. Fucking asshole.
That's
Sedan.
what the Hummer
Theft Auto,
is.
that's what you do.
A sedan, a sports
Up on the
car, a
widest
van.
vehicle possible.
Could be a sports
A
car.
truck.
That's grandiose.
Pizza
I did try to
delivery
use the
scooter.
Gat movie for some really efficient.
Anyway, it's getting late.
It's getting early.
I could keep going, but it would be difficult. Maybe we should stop.
I need my requisite 2 hours sleep, and hopefully I don't get woken up.
I just should have called it Red Dead.
People wouldn't buy it.
But why would you buy that?
No, see,
No,
because it's
no.
highly addictive, so you can suffer from Red Dead recidivism. And if you get all raged up, you can use your Red Dead revolver. And then when you eventually go to a clinic and get cured, you can get some Red Dead redemption. I mean, that wouldn't be Red Dead retarded.
Well, what if you like relapse and you go back in? Do you get Red Dead
Dead
Redemption
Relapse.
2?
No, because that's a prequel to a game called Revolver.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I will have gone to the Drake Manor to try and get Butler help in processing photos. He knows how to do that. He did that.
They get processed.
So leave a copy with Thomas for him in the morning so he can see what the escape vehicle and all of those people look like. And
I can't wait to see your boss's reaction when he's like, "How the hell did you get this aerial photography?"
No, she was on the ground. She was in
Oh, you're
Soviet.
in the ground?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you would have called Soviet in some of the frames. Okay, good. There's no camera.
No, it was the one for this guy.
Yeah, but she
No,
was
I was up
also
above.
there.
Oh, she was
look,
above.
if only I could get her in. That's like a bonus score. It's like, Soviet in the part
The
of the
last
drug
thing we
deal.
need is to tie the goddamn power core to the drug thing directly. God damn it!
You're supposed to help her reputation when you work for the paper, not fucking tarnish it.
I try. I do little things. I
Maybe
try
a
to-
ton.
We're tarnishing it bad enough.
Yeah.
You're doing a good enough job at that, Arnero. Thank you. Blurn.
Jeez, you don't need people putting in overtime on this rep thing.
Yeah. And conclude my night. We'll drive them back to the paper, drop off the envelope with the
Pictures of Spider-Man.
yes to the appropriate department, and then go home to sleep instead of going back to fucking work in the morning.
They'll need the negatives.
Well, they get everything, and I have to turn the camera back on. Because they'll be stupid
Oh,
early in the
I
What's
mean,
Slut doing?
Well, maybe we're going to get like maybe
I have a camera.
4 hours of sleep of that, and then
I think we're gonna go hang out with Anthony Smart. Tell him that you
What?
let loose his secret.
at like 5 in the morning or whatever time it is. Like,
I
Yeah,
guess.
it's not like he's owed it or anything.
Oh, so like some shit came up, and I may have like let it slip to one of my pals, but like he's totally on
My
board with
super
it.
pal. You know,
And
Black Knight, the murdering
I'm also not going to
psychopath.
give up his secret at
Who
this bar.
has a super villain after him who destroys everyone connected to him.
So do you want to connect up with him?
That, and I'm just waiting for the.
Oh, so he's Thomas Drake. So he's already related to you and fuck.
And he's from the future as well!
Oh yeah, I'm totally telling him that.
Bingo!
He did the same thing you did, except his, wife
And his
didn't
name
die.
is Kurt Angle.
Anthony, you have a 5 a.m.
Yes,
booty
sir.
call from your record.
You suck! No, I'm going to get some sleep and then go to work. That's pretty much it.
Gamer, what are you doing?
We'll play video games. I don't know what you guys are up
He
to.
plays video games, so we'll just... Okay, so he...
Ultra girl, your boobs are in the way. I'm trying to play the game.
I'll stop sucking my wiener. It's really distracting.
To these notes.
So
Oh, is that supposed to come out?
we're just gonna say that he does the usual very well.
Toast.
He does that okay. He's obsessed
No,
with
he
like, I
does-
can do toast okay. I'm like, yeah, medium toast. That doesn't mean you're good at toast.
He insists he's really good at
He's
toast.
okay at toast. I have a cooking skill of 14. I guarantee you I can make better toast. Toast. I can make toast. Better toast. Make better toast. Toast! Toast! I assume we're done.
Yes.
Walking in your shoes. Every step it's a take, it's another mistake to you.
There's only one way to stop Labor's taxes.
Kill them.